Okay, I'm going to show you a little trick slash exercise that I like to use to find shapes and also to get a composition that I can use to copy onto a canvas at a larger size. So we're going to start with this is a plastic sleeve protector, transparent. Two things. I've got an image here that I've taken from a magazine, and I've got a white piece of paper because the back of my image has writing on it. Otherwise you can just flip your image over. I also have a water-soluble felt pen and a piece of paper towel that is damp that I'm going to use as an eraser, or that I can use as an eraser for my water-based felt pen. So I'm going to start by sliding the image into the document protector, like so. And then the first step will be to, really important step, whoops. Accuracy is not the most important thing, but outlining the edges of your image are important, because composition is all about the ways in which the shapes inside your image relate to the edge of the image. So it's really important to know where the edge of the image is. What I would like you to do is start with the biggest shapes. For me, one of the reasons I've kept it on its side, for instance, is because it helps me to disassociate a little bit and I don't get as caught up in the details. And I can see right away, one of the big shapes is just this black shape here. So I'm just tracing. I'm just tracing around the areas of black. This bar is obviously pretty important. It's broken up a little bit by the skirt. If I go too fast, the ink doesn't come off of the felt pen. Okay, this little shadow.
Yep.
This bigger shadow. Angle of the building. This is the shadow, and the boots and legs kind of all become one. There's my perspective there, that angle. Same with here. If I do the door. So as I said, all the biggest shapes. Now you can see I'm not being super accurate in terms of my drawing, my contours, because it's more important for you to understand how much space any given shape takes up in the image. When you're thinking about composition, that's more important. Can't remember if I did the colors already. I will just include basic hair, shadows. I'll put the door handle in, and maybe this reflection of her outfit. All right, so I think I've got everything in here, but I will check by just leaving it in place and slipping a piece of white paper right over top of it. And then I can see what information I'm missing, which isn't much really, it's just the top of her head. So if I decide that I can see and I want to keep the top of her head, I think I just altered her hairdo a little bit. I saw this vertical here, which I liked. Maybe some of these shapes I want to keep. All right. But as I said, very fundamental, very basic. And you want it to look like a children's puzzle, a wooden puzzle. You know, the wooden puzzles they have for very small children, where the pieces come and fit together. Slide. Right? So there it is. Put it this way. I can go in, if it's pretty faint in some areas, I can go in and retrace. Go over shapes that I think are important. If there are shapes that I want to remove, I take this little piece of wet paper toweling and I can take them out. Let's say I want to just take out her face and empty it out. So this is effectively your eraser with this particular system. Okay.